Another tough result to take. You know, our players did a good job preparing for the game and came out and competed extremely hard. End up on the wrong side again. I felt like we were going to win the game the entire time. I felt like our players felt it. We competed hard. We had some issues there in the third quarter that really hurt us. One of them was on me. I didn't really say a whole lot to get it called, but I did get it called, so that's on me, and that's not a good job. So, but it was hard. Our guys were competing extremely hard out there, and some things didn't go their way. So
it seems like the players really also battled through a lot of really tough calls in the game, 18 penalties and I think 193 yards, which is a school record.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the number of penalties?
You know, I can't say anything, but y'all ought to watch it.
Didn't feel like maybe the refs were overzealous at all?
You trying to get me fined?
I don't know if you wanted to say anything.
I do want to say something, but I can't. You know, that's how they handcuff you. But I would just say watch the video, and you know, the one thing I can say is they picked our quarterback up and souffled him, which is a really bad deal.
It seemed like through all of that, the fans got energized, the stadium started rocking and stuff, and the players, it seemed like they were fighting through it all too. What did you think about, I guess, the energy and the effort?
Yeah, I thought the fans were awesome. They gave us a bunch of support. I thought our players competed extremely hard. We hurt ourselves or whatever hurt us, and we just came up short, which is sad because these guys, they deserve to win a game.
The two, you know, for the runs, especially there in the fourth quarter when you guys are trying to run out the clock and they call a penalty and bring you guys back. I mean, it's still 2nd and 10. You guys have an opportunity to still go get a first down. Do you feel like the team in those moments maybe were a little, I don't know, set back, a little debilitated by those, you know, back-breaking penalties?
They were back-breaking penalties. There's no question about that. But you got to overcome it. You still got to overcome that and get the first down and move the ball and eat the clock. So we weren't able to do that, and I had to put our defense back on the field, and that's a bad deal. And, you know, we felt like we would be able to run the football and work the clock and end the game.
What'd you think of the play from Cash Courtney and then, of course, Kavion, who wasn't starting and then kind of came in and filled in for Shaq? You
know, it's hard to know until you watch the video, but I can say that, you know, Cash did a nice job on snapping the ball and getting things set, and he did a really nice job in practice working hard on it. He's a tremendous football player. He's got a great future ahead of him. It's unfortunate Shaq went down so early and so fast, and you know, Kavion had to jump in on the other side, and we continued to move the ball and we continued to score, just not in the fourth quarter, and they must have did a good job. They must have both played pretty well for us to be able to do that.
What prevented you from getting moving in the fourth quarter after you're up 14 and then the next 3 series, not much?
Yeah, I think some of those penalties hurt us. There's no question about that.
How is Taylor doing, by the way?
Yeah, I don't think he's doing really well. He's with the doctor right now, and we'll just have to see how everything comes out. But it didn't look good. You know, it was an ugly looking play.
Well, when you said, did you say souffled him?
No, that was on the 2-point conversion.
Oh.
Yeah, when we ran the 2-point conversion, they picked him up and souffled him, slammed him down on the ground, and that's when everything broke loose. You know, I don't know. It's hard to not want to say something.
So what happened to Taylor on the last play? Because I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was trying to get a chance to throw the ball, and as he's throwing, he got hit and twisted, and he got hurt. So.
What can you Tell us about what kept Caden Kittler and Amarian Harris out of the game today.
You know, they Amarian practiced for like about 10 minutes on Tuesday, and Kittler practiced the entire practice. And then all of a sudden after practice, he went in and saw the doctor, and they ruled him out.
How much of the flags would you say were your players maybe wanting to show some physicality after a few scuffles?
Yeah, I don't know if that was any of it. I think you just got to watch them individually and see.
After Taylon's game last week, how would you compare to how he played today coming off that?
Yeah, he's a tremendous competitor. You know, he competed extremely hard and got us in a position where we could win the game.
Bobby, sorry.
How does it kind of feel at the end there, where you were talking about you guys think you had it the whole way? I mean, what's the gut reaction when it just gets taken away from you?
That's hard. I mean, it's hard. The locker room's pretty down. You know, we put it all out there on the field, and we're waiting for good things to happen, and they just haven't happened yet. You know, I told the players that you know, they've got to understand that they've invested a bunch in it. And that someday they'll look back on this experience and it'll help them in their life as a man.
I apologize for interrupting Matt there. Bobby, what happened with Jordan Young? Kind of unique there for him to be getting carried into the tent.
Yeah, I don't know the extent of the injury. I know he did come back in, so he was out for a period of time.
The sequence there, I think it was 4 personal fouls in 3 or 4 snaps there at the start of the fourth quarter. How much, whether it be the officiating, you know, even some of your guys maybe felt like lost control of the game?
Yeah, I think you just have to watch it and see. You know, I can't say a whole lot. I know that from upstairs there's a few of those calls. They said, no, that should not be called. That shouldn't have been called. We're hitting the quarterback as the ball's coming out of his hand. It's a roughing call. So it's I don't know what to say. I mean, I've never had that in my entire life, and I do know this, that if you look back at our games, we're not a highly penalized team. We have done a nice job all year long and not having a lot of penalties.
Coach, now that a bowl game is off the table, what do you say to the guys, and what would you say the team is playing for now?
Yeah, I mean, you're playing for pride. You're playing because you're a football player and you want to go out and win the game. We got a number of guys that are playing for see if they have a future in the NFL. Everybody else playing for what happens after this season, whether that's here or transfer or the realities of where we are in college football right now. They all need to continue to work and play. And, you know, there's a number of these guys that have raised their stock in the last 4 weeks by what's on video. And that's what they want to continue to do.
What did you think about Quincy's game today? I think he had like 3.5 TFLs.
Yeah, he was pretty explosive and really helped us stop their run, helped us get negative plays, hit the quarterback. He's a really good player.
Get healthy again, I guess. What's the focus throughout these next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we know we'll take tomorrow off and bring him back in on Monday and watch the video, take a deep breath, come out and work a couple days during the week, give him some time off and come back and get going again on Sunday night.
I mean, they only ran the ball for, I think, 103, 106 yards. I mean, what do you think was the biggest key for the rush defense? Probably their best game since Arkansas State.
Yeah, I thought our D-line made a difference in not having any gaps and holes in there. And then I thought our linebackers did a really nice job of coming down and tackling. I thought they did a nice job against the run.
Boost having Cam Ball back this week after missing him last week.
Cam's a really good football player, and you know, I feel bad for him. He's been here a long time, and he's given us tremendous amount of leadership and competitive spirit, and you know, played extremely hard today.
Their backup quarterback, Kamario Taylor, led 2 touchdown drives early in the second half. What did you maybe think of what he did when he came in for Shapen?
I thought he did a nice job running the ball for him, and then he hit that one post for a touchdown. So it was a concern that when he came in, because a lot of our game plan this week was to how to stop the running back, and then he became an issue. I thought they did a nice job of working at changing a couple calls and understanding it, and then they took him out. So that was we were trying to adjust, and then he came out of the game.
Yeah. When this is all said and done, have you ever seen a game quite like that in terms of number and penalty yardage?
No, never. Not ever.
You don't always win your first bet. That's why MyBookie has you covered. Use our code HOGS, H-O-G-S, and your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. If your pick doesn't hit, you get it right back with our Bet Back bonus. Go to mybookie.ag and use the code HOGS to claim your Bet Back bonus. MyBookie's, where bettors win together, because bragging's good, but cashing in is better. And your first bet is fully covered. Use our code HOGS.
Must opt in during the bet to use the Bet Back bonus.